So those of you that are wondering why I'm giving you a sneak peek of a couple of other vehicles in the same location where the white and blue ZR2s were located, the Silverado ZR2s, that's because these are the two loaners that we have been in for the past week while both vehicles are in service. The white one, I'll go over more here in a second, but the white one is just, I'm done with it. The blue one is in there to get some bald spots resprayed on the hood, and evidently that is taking forever. I'll show you an image of that right now. This is what the right in between where the hood scoop and the hood, there's so many different imperfections, but this is the main one that's being taken care of. However, the choices are either respray the entire hood and risk not having it come out looking as good as the factory, or doing a touch-up and just dealing with that for the amount of time that we're going to own this. So it's kind of a hard choice, but let's go over the issues with the white one here now since we last updated. So the white one is in the shop because of various issues. You already know about the dashboard that we can't seem to duplicate while it's there. So that hasn't been rectified. I mean, you lose the dashboard when you least expect it, and then it comes back, and you know, that's really nice when you don't know how much fuel you have, what gear position you're in, you know, how the truck is running. It's just really, I mean, you lose everything. You lose heads up, you lose the whole enchilada. Anyway, that is one of the main issues with the truck, but recently here it's been in the shop now getting the right rear shock replaced. And also, since I've first picked the vehicle up, they knew about it. We have metal shards, it's the best way to describe it, that were painted over. And when the vehicle was painted, these shards were covered up with the paint. And when you're washing the vehicle, it literally will slice your hand open. They're so sharp. And I'll show you some images of that. But there's just so many imperfections. There's areas of the doors that you can actually see through the paint where it was sprayed too thin. And I guess while it was there, they said that they were looking at the roof and there was actually cracks in the paint, that the whole roof needs to be resprayed. And that was just the tip of the iceberg is what I was told. I don't know what that means, but I guess the paint is really bad. So the vehicle's still there. We've been in rentals now for, or loaners now for over a week, and there's no end in sight. I will keep you all posted as this progresses. But yeah, this is just horrible. I have no faith in my white truck any longer. The other thing that I'll give you a quick update on, the vehicle is also supposed to get the rear sport bar installed. This was ordered at the time that we ordered the truck. We were told that the part had arrived, and this was the specific part designed for this truck. They went to install the sport bar and got everything mounted, got this thing drilled into the truck, and they go to pull the dashboard down to grab the wiring harness to wire everything up, and they realized that the wiring harness was nowhere to be found. So apparently they didn't understand why, because they've installed hundreds of these. They contacted the corporates, the powers that be, and they were informed that they did have the right part number, and nobody kind of could figure out why there was no wiring harness. It could be that the wiring harness was never installed or is somehow missing during construction. Nobody really knows. So the alternative was to leave the sport bar installed without a third brake light, which I was not going to accept. So they had to pull the sport bar off, and since there were holes drilled into the rails, order new rails to be installed in the truck to put it back the way it was, because there's no way for us to install it with the missing wiring harness on the truck. So
That's another issue that we have on this white one. It's just been one thing after another. So anyway, here we go.
So here we are at the end of the week, and we still do not have the Silverado ZR2s back. We're still in the loaners slash rentals. I'm still in the rental that has the service engine or service vehicles restraint system light that activates. We're still waiting for some kind of news on when we might get these vehicles back. My faith in GM is diminishing rapidly, so we still do not have the vehicles back. I've already reached out to General Motors customer support. They're supposed to get back to me by tomorrow with an update, as they said that they were going to reach out and find out what the status is, but that could take some time. I don't understand that. That was Tuesday because I made a phone call and it went straight to our service provider, and they were able to give us whatever minimal updates that they can. But at this point, I just want to have my truck back that works, that's reliable. I have no faith that my white Silverado is going to be able to get me from A to B without breaking down, losing the dashboard, or who knows what is going to be next. I've lost faith in that vehicle now. So I'm hoping that General Motors is going to do something here for us. The blue one was supposed to just get some minor touch-ups to repair the bald spots on the hood. Instead of respraying the entire hood, they were just going to do a touch-up. But evidently, to do that, it's taking now 2 weeks to do, just to try to get that vehicle back. I mean, my gosh, had I known, I would have taken a damn spray can and done it myself. I mean, this is ridiculous. So we are still sitting here in limbo waiting for some kind of an update on these vehicles. But those of you that are contemplating purchasing a Silverado ZR2, hold your breath, guys. Because right now, if you're asking me would I recommend it, hell no. So yeah, we're not real happy right now with General Motors. So I'll keep you posted and let you know where we're at on this here if we ever get an update.